Bastine from Uncharted Sounds. We are here live at the Phoenix chatting it up with Special Ops. Let's go inside and see what they have to say. So how did you guys start off as a group?
I was at a friend's going away party. She was going away to Africa.
Africa.
Yes, for work, and we just met, we started talking, and he found out I played music, I found out he played music, so I said, hey, let's start a band, and I had a drummer I was working with in other session bands I played with, so, and I asked him if he wanted to join in, and he knew Akbar, and there was Special Ops. Then that first drummer we had left, we had another drummer. Then now we have a new drummer, which is Clarence, who's going to see the show tonight. And that's now the latest lineup. We have a Special Ops, which is myself, Abe, Clarence, and Akbar.
So I know you guys are from Montreal. Tell us about how Montreal compares to Toronto with the music scene.
It's completely different. You guys are fortunate that you guys can go and see a show almost any night of the week. You guys are twice the size of Montreal, so we don't have too many venues to play at. But I guess pretty much the music scene is more of a hardcore metal scene is happening in Toronto as opposed to Montreal. We have bands like Priestess and the Deers and the Stars and stuff. So it's a little bit different, but I guess we're kind of the new Seattle that people are saying, so.
There's a lot of metal influences in your music. What are your own personal influences to your music?
I grew up listening to my older brother, listening to his metal tapes through the door kind of thing, and the older brother kind of get out of my room kind of aspects. Here I am by the little kid by the door eavesdropping, and that's where I fell in love with metal. Bands like Iron Maiden, Metallica, Megadeth, all the Anthrax, all-time favorite right there. And at the same time, I'm from an Arabic background, and there's my parents listening to ethnic music, Arabic music. So I guess subconsciously those two mixed, and when I do my music, it just comes out, and it's like a blend of the two.
Metal is what I like to listen to. It's what I like to play, and I'm always looking for different ways to do what I do, play drums, and so I'm always looking for new stuff, new songs, new bands that are out there. All the old school stuff has kind of been done. Metallica, you gotta love Metallica. You can't hate Metallica, but I'm just always looking for new stuff and new bands and new voices and new guitar sounds. So. Tell
me about your albums, Phase 1 and Phase 2. How were they produced, and what can listeners expect from them?
Once we finished the first EP, that was all self-done at our studio back in Montreal, and what happened was we kind of sat back and we listened to it. We're like, okay, this is good, but we need better. So we did some research, and then we found Jeff Nystrom from an old band called Fist, who had been successful in the past with the Canadian music scene and so on and so forth. And he was starting to produce and things like that. So we went with him. We did the Phase 1, which came out amazing. But then after that, the next album came around, and we had grown musically. And we decided that, all right, maybe we should try somebody else, somebody more up to date with the scene kind of thing. And that's where we met. Came across Murray Daigle, and we just sat down with Murray. I sent him some of the rough tracks, and he just wrote back saying, stuff's amazing, I want to do it. And we said, hey, we love your work, you love ours, let's do this. And within about 3 weeks, the whole album was done, and it's a nicely polished product, and we love working with Murray. He's a nice guy, very chilled out. It's just somebody who's easy to work with. And the new album that's coming out, I don't know if it's going to be a Phase 3 or not. You guys have to wait and find out. is going to be, again, Murray's fingers are going to be in it, just in a production aspect. And but we've taken a lot more time on this one because we had the time taken off the tour, and it's just something you guys should really be looking forward to.
So you guys are on tour right now. You guys are off to Welland, Ontario tomorrow. What can fans expect from your shows?
It doesn't matter where we're playing. Fans can always expect a great show, lots of energy. I think that's what makes Special Ops on stage. I mean, kids hanging from the rafters when the ceiling is low enough and people slamming into each other. It's just like so much fun, mosh pits, and that's what fans come to see us for. And you gotta love them for it. I mean, they're out there, they're troopers, they're partying it up, and I mean, and if it wasn't for them, like, we wouldn't be here. So like, if we had no fans, there wouldn't be a point in doing all this.